What's up guys, it's Austin. Welcome to today's storytime video. This is gonna be a mix of 3 story times in one. I haven't done this in a little while. 2 of these are from my old house that I used to live in about a month ago, because I just recently moved a month ago, and there is a new one from this house. So here we go. Alright, so story number 1. I have never had this happen before. So whenever I go to bed, I usually keep my lamp light on because I get kind of freaked out of the dark. I don't know about you guys, but I usually have a light on in my room. It's usually on the lowest setting so that I can at least sleep. I like to have a little bit of light on though so that I can at least be like, okay, there's nothing creepy in the room, if you know what I mean. So usually I watch videos on my phone when I go to bed. I guess I passed out a little bit sooner than I thought and I forgot to turn the lamp to the dimmest setting. It was on the full setting, so if somebody tapped it once, it would turn off. I pass out unexpectedly, and while the video is playing on my phone, I was gonna turn it off once it was done playing, but I wake up the next morning and the lamp was off, and I had never waked up in the middle of the night to turn it off, nothing like that ever. The power didn't go out. I checked for that as well, and there was just no sign of anything that could have turned it off. And usually my door is locked at night too, so nobody could have came in and done that. Now the creepy part is my lamp is a touch lamp. It's actually sitting back there. You can't really see it, I don't think, but it's a touch lamp. If you tap it a certain amount of times, it'll go dim, brighter, 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 and then off or whatever. I kind of shrug it off. I'm just like, okay, maybe the lamp is a little bit faulty, but like the bulb is fine. It's like a fresh bulb. A week goes by of no activity. I'm about to fall asleep again. I remember to put my lamp on the first setting, so it's like the dimmest it could be, not super bright. I go to bed again, watch videos on my phone as usual, and then I fall asleep. I wake up again, and the lamp is off once again. A whole week later, I'm just like, okay, this is even more creepy because since it was on the very first setting, something would have had to come in the room and tap it like 3 more times at least to turn it off all the way. There's no switch, there's no button to push and turn it off. There's absolutely nothing like that. And again, my door was locked. So there's no way anyone could have came in my room and done that. And I did not wake up and turn it off either. So I'm just like, okay, that's really creepy. So I started tapping the lamp, seeing if like it would do it again throughout the day, and it wouldn't do it. I would turn it on and like 2 weeks would go by, 3 weeks went by, it just wouldn't do it again. That's the weird lamp story. Here is story number 2. This one is a little bit freakier. Me and my friend Hayden, we did a spirit box session on Discord. It's a video calling app that you can call your friends on. We sometimes do seances on there and talk to spirits and stuff like that off camera. And we were doing the spirit box session. I actually wrote down the answers. I still have them right now. This was like 2 months ago, I think. According to my notes, this was like July 2nd that I wrote this down. The first thing the spirit box says is it says, worry about, and then the next thing it says is trouble, and then we're just like, oh god, what do we have to worry about? So it says worry about and trouble, and then it actually said a swear at one point. It actually said. So I didn't have the spirit box unplugged. Like it had headphones in, I had them on, and then I had a blindfold on, which is called the Esses method. It's where you have the headphones in the spirit box and then you have a blindfold. You basically say whatever the spirit box is saying. Basically that's supposed to be a spirit talking back to you. So Hayden is asking questions and I'm saying whatever the spirit box is saying. So the next thing it says is be careful, and it says that twice. And then a few minutes later it says someone's gonna get sacrificed, which really freaked us out. I think that's when we stopped the session, but we kept on digging. We're just like, who's gonna get sacrificed? Like it wouldn't answer the question. It just kept going on for like minutes and minutes and just wouldn't answer us. And then it said it again a second time, someone's gonna get sacrificed, or someone is getting sacrificed. So we wanted answers to that question because that was pretty scary. So then at that point we had to think of all the answers we got and put them all together and see what it was trying to say. So worry about, trouble, be careful, you're gonna get sacrificed is basically what we came up with. I did a little bit of a session where I talked to this spirit off camera because it was just a private session with me and Hayden, so I just did this off camera. I set up the REM pod and I set up a spirit box and I said, who's gonna get sacrificed? Doesn't say anything. I'm just like, is it gonna be Hayden? The spirit box says no. And then a few minutes later I ask, is it gonna be me? And it says yes. And that's when I start to get really scared. And then I'm just like, okay, I want there to be confirmation. So I turn on the REM pod, which is this device that lights up whenever a spirit goes near it. So when you ask ask a question, it'll beep and it'll make noise. It's a physical device, so they just have to go near it or they have to touch it in order to communicate, or they can change the temperature on it. So I ask the question again, is Hayden going to get sacrificed? It doesn't make a noise. And then again, when I go to me, it starts going like crazy. I'm just like, okay, that's really creepy. And I didn't tell Hayden this because he was really worried if it was gonna be me. It's basically a cult sacrifice of demonic rituals where Satanists or like whatever, they'll sacrifice somebody for a deal with a demon or something like that during a ritual. So we were pretty freaked out when that came through the spirit box. I've gone to a forest actually by myself. If you guys have not seen my Witches Fort alone story time, I'll actually put that in the description, but I actually went to a forest by myself. Didn't encounter any cults, but luckily the spirit box has not been right yet. Maybe it's more of a future thing, I don't know. I'll have to be extra careful for cults now, like witches and satanic people in these forests, so I don't know, we'll have to see. I've never experienced this before either. So like I said, usually when I sleep, I have my phone beside me on my bed and it's usually playing videos over and over and over. I have it in a playlist sometimes and it'll just play a bunch of videos until I fall asleep. And my phone usually doesn't leave my side. I don't ever put it on my dresser. I don't put it anywhere else and whatever. I wake up at around like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. I look and my phone is gone. So I'm just like, okay, maybe it got shoved under the pillow by accident when I was sleeping. Maybe I accidentally moved it under there, or maybe it's underneath me, or maybe it was somewhere in the blankets. It was nowhere. I checked absolutely everywhere. I even went out to the living room to check and see if it was there, and it wasn't. And then I come back into my room and the one place I didn't check was my dresser. I look on top of the dresser near where my camera microphone is. There's my phone sitting in between the microphone and the cable for the microphone. It was sitting right in between that crevice, and I'm just like, I would have no reason to put my phone there. I've never done that before. I never put my phone on my dresser when I'm sleeping. It's always right beside me. I would never put it there. Even if I woke up and I was tired and I was in like a daze, I would never just be like, oh my god, I'm so tired, I put my phone on my dresser. I never do that. I have no reason to do that. My conclusions were either I was like freaking possessed or something. I don't think I was possessed. I don't even know if this was paranormal. I'm just putting this in here as like, this could be paranormal. I have no idea. So I came to two conclusions, obviously. One was maybe like a spirit took over and made me put my phone there. I don't know. Or maybe a spirit did it all by itself and the phone disappeared and reappeared on my dresser. I guess this is 3 theories. And the third one would be I either got up, grabbed my phone, sleptwalked for like 2 steps to my dresser and put the phone there. I don't know. It was a very strange experience. I would not have a reason to put my phone in that spot. I've never done that before. I think I'm actually gonna make this 4 stories. We're gonna add a bonus story to this. So just recently I went ghost hunting at this haunted elementary school. Now obviously I do not have access or permission into this school, so I went on to the property with my ghost equipment just right outside of it near the playground area. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to be on here. Somebody might tell me to leave. I don't know. Me and my friend Mike, we had a personal experience at that school where we saw a figure in the top window and it was a man. And I wanted to see if that figure was still there. And I did record this and this will be in the video. I do the session, I get the REM pod out. It starts going off after questions and stuff like that. And I was asking if it remembers us. And then after the session was done, I didn't record this part. I wish that I did. This guy comes around the corner and I'm just like, hey, how's it going? You know, just being friendly because I didn't really know who it was. I'm just recording a video and he's just like, oh, you're doing some scary stuff. You're doing some ghost hunting? I'm just like, yeah, I'm doing some ghost hunting right now. Heard the place is haunted and I had an experience a long time ago here, so I just wanted to record a video here. And he's like, you can't record here. And I'm just like, oh, I can't? And he's like, no, you can't record here. It's a private property area, so I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I totally understood. I'm just like, okay, I'll leave. And then I start packing up my stuff and everything. So now I'll show you guys the footage of what happened, and hopefully Mike is watching this because I'm sure he'll be shocked to see this footage. Here's the haunted school footage. Alright, if there's any spirits here at this haunted school, I remember that it was one of those top windows where Mike and I saw the figure all the way back in 2015. I don't know if you remember me. We were somewhere over here by this playground area at like 10:30 at night or like 11 o'clock or something like that. And we saw a figure up in one of those windows over there. Could you maybe make yourself known? I just want to talk to whoever's at this school. Was that you making the REM pod go off? You can keep doing that if you want. So guys, basically what's happening right now is I'm at this haunted school. It used to be a hospital back in the day. I'm trying to see if it's still very haunted. I remember like years ago, like almost 9 years ago now it's been, since 2015, me and Mike were here at around 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'm pretty sure. We looked up at the window right up there. We saw a figure. I only saw it for a brief moment. I think Mike was like full on staring at it for a while until he told me. When I told it how to make the REM pod go off, it did it for a second off camera, but it's not doing it anymore. Oh, it's doing it. You guys totally saw that. Right as I just explained that story, are you the same spirit that me and Mike saw? Does this school still have spirits in it? Make that REM pod go off if that's true. Holy oh my god, that was right as I asked. It just did green, yellow, back, and then done. Are you a nice spirit? If you're nice, all you gotta do is do what you were doing. Oh, shoot. Are you the same spirit that me and my friend Mike saw up in that window 9 years ago? Do you remember me? Oh, what the f? So you are the same spirit. It just keeps confirming. Wow, that's crazy. Guys, I'm so happy that we're getting stuff right now. I wasn't sure if this school was still haunted. Oh, I'm not getting anything now. It just went dead silent. For a few minutes there, it was answering my questions pretty straightforward. Like, it would do the lights every time. Hang on, I want to see if I can get any EMF meter. Oh, right as I stepped away. Do you want me to take out the EMF meter? Is there anything here that can make this device go off? Yeah, you can make this go off? Do you know how to make this go off? All you gotta do is put your energy into this, or even like just go near it really close, and it'll just light up into all these colors, but it doesn't make noise like this one. Oh yeah, you're still here? REM pod. It seems like sometimes when I walk away, it'll go off. I don't know what's going on. I think something maybe came outside and it's just like, okay, I'm gonna talk to this guy. I remember him from 9 years ago because it said it remembered me, it beeped. So I'm assuming that that is the spirit I'm talking to, is the one that me and Mike saw in that window. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.